Hello and welcome to your Black Friday blueprint training. It's my proven 4 steps to five-figure method to give you the best Black Friday sale you have had to date. So let me share my screen and we'll get right into it. Perfect. So yes, welcome to your Black Friday blueprint training. Congratulations on taking the biggest step and joining me on this training. Black Friday is the most exciting sales phase of the year. Your clients are already prepped and ready to buy. Everyone knows that Black Friday is coming. We are saving for it, we are eyeing things up, and we are getting them in our baskets ready to go. So it's really easy to sell to people because we're ready for it. All you need is a no-brainer transformational offer to sell, and I can't wait to share my proven sell system so that you can make it happen too. So, who is this for? Whether you are a solo skin specialist or a salon owner or anything in between, this masterclass is for you if you want a big cash injection, your January and February fully booked, more long-term clients, yes, really, and to give your clients value and not give away your profit. Then this training is for you. And that last one is really key. My name is Nick, if you don't already know, and I'm a profit coach. I have been in the finance industry for 12 years and in the beauty industry for 6. And I do not believe in giving away your profit or working for free. So let me break down how we are going to do that in a sales phase. It's really simple. These are my 4 proven steps. The first thing we are going to do is design. We are going to create an offer that your client needs. We are then going to price that with purpose and profit. Like I said, I do not believe in working for free. So we are going, even though it's a sales phase, do not worry, you are still going to get paid. Shout. We need to tell every man and his dog about this sale and how we're going to do that. We are going to do it through content, through emails. We're going to create a timeline for our content types. And if we have a website, we are going to update there too. And all of that sounds like a lot of work, I know. So we are going to streamline to make it as simple as possible by utilizing booking systems, payment systems, having our DM scripts ready, and scheduling our content. And then all that's left to do is sell. And I know that sounds really uncomfortable for some people, but trust me, the way we do this, it is so easy. We are going to do it in clinic, through DMs, and through our stories. So let's get straight into it. So the part 1 is designing. So when it comes to your offer, it needs to be something that people want or they just won't buy. So how do we find that out? So I did this a couple of weeks ago. I thought I knew what people wanted. So I put a story poll up on my Instagram and I had 2 things that I thought people wanted and I thought that would go down really well, and 2 things that had done well before, but I just thought people wouldn't want them again. When I say I was shocked at the response, if I'd have gone with the things that I thought people wanted, my sale would have flopped because people were just not interested. They wanted the things that had gone well before. I thought people would be bored. They are not bored. That is what they want. And that was so key for me to know and to understand. And also, the power in this, and we'll touch on it later, is that you can message everyone that votes and shows interest on that poll with the offer to be added to your wait list, which again creates hot leads, people that are interested in you, what you're doing, and your sale to sell to later. Using data is just incredible. So, what already sells well? So, if you look at the last 3 months in your clinic, what sells well? Is there something we can do there? What clients ask for. So, what is their concern? Are they asking for support with acne? Are they asking for support with anti-aging? Is it laser? If you're a hairdresser, is it hair extensions? Like, what is it that your clients want from you? And then also, as I demonstrated, what went well in the past. If it isn't broke, do you really need to fix it? Second to this, now we've got that base, we know what people are interested in, we know what our audience and our clients want. Is there something we can do with that to give them extra value and enhance their results, their experience, make them feel really special, but that doesn't cost you too much? Have a little think about that, and I'll give you some examples in a second. So some examples on the type of sale that you could run. You could run a site-wide sale. So it's really simple and it's really clear to the client. And for ourselves, is anything that you don't want included in that sale, you just take it down from your website so the discount isn't applied. The minimum you can go with Black Friday is 25%. If you go any lower than that, your clients will just overlook it. You will get lost in these big numbers and it just isn't strong enough. But that is why the value point that we touched on earlier is really important. Around 50%. So 40, 50% or a package of value is really what you need to be thinking of with this. Free areas with laser, for example, you could give a free underarm with every course booked. If you are going with facials, you could do a package of two and get one free. If it's something like microneedling, you could do a free area. So you could do the neck and neck, or you could do the hands. And if it's pamper packages, you could do things like adding in massage, LED, scalp treatments, things like that that will enhance the results but won't take up too much of your time. And touching on packages, packages are so powerful for a number of reasons. It is so much easier to sell many things that will support the results to one person than it is to sell many things to like one thing to many people. What you really need to remember is why we are here. It's not just for the sale. Yeah, that's fantastic, that's great, but we have our businesses because we want to give great results for our clients. That's the truth, isn't it? So ask yourself, what is going to give your clients the best results? A standalone treatment or a course of targeted treatments? But it's the course, isn't it? So, for example, if it's anti-aging, you could offer a course of three microneedling treatments because the three treatments will give them the results that they want, whereas one treatment standalone probably isn't going to. You could then add in more value at minimal cost by, for example, doing a free neck and décolleté and free hands. You could even do, so this is something I do with all my microneedling clients, is a take-home package. So a sample of a serum, an SPF, a face mask, and I also use a sample of the Clinique painless peel for them to take home. So when the skin gets a little bit tight, it gets a little bit dry, they can apply that themselves at home. They can remove that, let's say, obstacle, and they can get the glowing skin at the other side without having to come into me. They can do it themselves, and they love that. So when we're talking about packages and increasing the value, it's things like that that you need to think about because then when we structure the offer, you're having your three microneedling and then the value of what it would be to do neck and neck, what it would be to do hands, what the package of the take home care package is worth. And that's your overall number of value. Then when you're taking the 50% off, it's not the 50% off your microneedling treatment, it's the 50% off the overall package value, which saves your profit. And don't worry either, you do not need to just think of one. If there's a couple of things you've got in line, that's great. For me, I'm going to do two skin and two laser at two different price points. So a lower price point skin and laser offer and a higher price point skin and laser offer. So do not think you just need to choose one thing. Having a multitude of price points is really helpful in this sale. But my big bugbear. We are not here to work for free. We have invested too much in our skill set. We are too good at what we do. We are not working for ourselves and taking on all this stress to go home with minimum wage or less than. It's not happening on my watch. So there needs to be profit even in a sale phase. So how do we make sure that happens? First thing we need to do is now you've got your package or packages, you need to calculate the cost to you. How much is it going to cost you to deliver that treatment? So think of things like an hourly overhead rate, the microneedle again, for example, the cost of the needle, the cost of the mesotherapy, whatever it is that you're offering, just the serums that if you're putting serums on afterwards, the cost of your cleanser, like all that sort of thing. Cost all that up. How much does it cost for you to do the whole thing? If you're doing the care package, how much does that cost you? What is the cost to deliver that treatment to the client? And then you need to think about pricing. When it comes to pricing, this is a really funny one. Did you know that if you end your price with a 7, it's seen as so less salesy and more authentic than ending with a 9? Because the big retailers end everything with a 9. People just don't like it anymore. So if you end it with a 7, people, I don't know why, but it just feels more authentic to clients. And for example, if you price something at 97, it will always outperform something that's priced at 99. It's wild. So now we know what the cost is to us. We need to price the package. So cost to us, and then what is the value? So if you were going to sell this, use Magneil again an example. If I have three, my microneedling might be 157. So times that by 3 because I'm doing a course of 3. If I was then adding on my neck and neck and my hands, I might charge that as an extra 30. So times that by 3. If I was going to give a home package, it might cost me £10, but I might sell that for 25. So add the 25 on. So you then have your cost to you and then the value to the client. If you then take, say, 50% off that value, where does that land you? Does that land you so you're still making money, or is it just not quite there yet? Because it might be that we need to tweak that a little bit. And instead of using a percentage, we just say it's £100 off, or save £200 or £300 or whatever it is, and use the pound figure. Because to be honest, people like that better than the percent. Percent is catchy if it's a nice round number. If not, if the £200 saving is what you're giving, then oh my God, I'm saving £200. It sounds amazing. So think about and have a little play with that when it comes to your pricing. And then we want to think about how we want our clients to pay. This is a great opportunity for cash injection in 1 month. So if you wanted everyone to prepay and pay in full, that's fantastic. But just please be mindful that you will be doing those treatments and you will not be paid for those treatments. So do not, if you spend it all, then you will not have an income in those later months. So you might get a cash injection in November, but your Jan and Feb, you'll be carrying out those treatments that you've sold, but you will not be receiving the revenue. Your other option is payment plans. Sorry, I will touch on that in a second, I promise. I was getting carried away. So for now, have a little think about the way that you want to get paid. So one, what is your offer? What is the cost, price, profit, and value? And then how do you want your clients to pay in full or payment plans? And I will go into that more in a second. And then finally, what do you want your sale to run from and to? So in terms of start and end dates, be realistic. If you have multiple offers, do you want to launch them all in one weekend, all in 1 week, or do you want to stagger it? You could have an offer in 1 week, 2 weeks, and then the third week could be a bit of a free-for-all, or you could have it. There's so many options. You could do the whole of November, you could do the last 2 weeks of November, you could do Black Friday weekend. Have a think about what you can commit to in terms of running this sale and what would be best for you and your clients and the style of clients that you have. Two, we are going to get ready to shout to everybody. We know our offer, we know our prices, we know the plan, but we just need to get ready to tell everybody. If no one knows your offer, they will not buy. So pre-launch, you need to create your waitlist like we were touching on before. So using engaging polls to relating to your offer and then DM everybody that votes. You can use tap the sticker stories and DM everyone that taps. So for example, it might be something like Black Friday is coming or Black Friday is loading with some behind the scenes footage of you doing the treatment that's in the offer. And if anybody is, if you want to save your place, tap here. If you want to be the first to have the details, tap here. And then just please don't neglect talking to your clients in clinic and ask them in person if they'd like to be added to the waitlist and get early access. We need to remember that only 10% of our audience will see our posts on social media, whereas you see 100% of your clients. Content creation. So the last thing, trust me, you want to be doing mid-sale is worrying about the content you need to create and faffing around trying to do it all. It blows your mind. I did it last time. It's not good. It's not good for you. So please prepare ahead of time to make sure you do not need to think about a thing and it all runs like clockwork. So in terms of time scale, the first thing we're going to do is pre-sale content. So engaging, dreamy, trending style of content. We need to make an effort to engage with our community as much as possible to get them interested and invested in you. So things like this one going around at the moment, like block him, book me, like things like that, and then interacting in the comments, replying to people on your stories, just things like that to get people invested in you. In sale, we don't want to be shoving things down people's throat like just Canva templates and Canva screens all the time. People will switch off. They need to have that emotional connection with you and what you're doing and what you're selling. So behind the scenes of you doing that treatment, a treatment specific where they see the outcome and make it really dreamy so they can see themselves being there. Emotive. So how will your client feel? Why do they need this? Take them on that journey of Sandra came to me feeling this way and we did this and we did that and can you see this? And she felt like this afterwards and now she's here. Like it's a story with emotion. Pull on people's heartstrings. They will love you and fall in love for it and they will see themselves in Sandra's place. Social proof is also so powerful. So screenshot messages asking of clients and how they feel after their treatment with you or feel after working with you or visiting you. And you can really easily prompt that by the day after you see your clients, just pop them a message saying, hey, lovely, how's your skin after your treatment yesterday? And you'll get those responses back. You don't need to show the name of the client. It's just that screenshot of that message to show that it isn't you just typing something out to yourself. And then the final day's stage of content is FOMO create. So we need to make sure people do not want to miss out. It is so powerful. I am one of these people. So if you're saying things like only 2 days left, only 3 spots left, like more social proof, like showing that they will get the results that you're telling them that they will get, so powerful. And emails, like please do not overlook email marketing. You could lose your Instagram at any point. Like we've seen it happen. It's happened to me. We've seen it happen loads of other times, but your emails are yours. It's your property. So in the lead up to a sale, start sending weekly emails with value centered around the treatment in your sale. So for example, you want to make sure that your clients know exactly why they need this and how they'll feel once they've had it. So it could even be simple little things like if you are going for something with microneedling, you could send an email about why SPF in the winter will still help them reach their anti-aging goals and they shouldn't be neglecting it. Like it's the cheapest product in your anti-aging toolkit, or the £15 product I know you aren't using in the winter that will mean that you'll get wrinkles, like something like that. I'm not good at this off the cuff stuff. I need to think about it a little bit more, but you get the idea. So, and then once you've done that and you're getting them engaged so that they know when you send an email, it's not just like spam selling them something. Actually, they're getting value from their emails. Like they want to open it and read what you've got to say. We can then get ready for the sales phase of emails. So 2 days before your pre-launch, something is coming, set your reminders. You are like build that anticipation. And then on that launch, so that launch, whether it's the launch of your first offer or if you're just doing one stint and you're launching everything at once, or you've got one offer, whichever it might be, on a launch day, you want to send early morning announcing what your offer or offers are. If you are doing a staggered launch, you might do that on day one of week one and then day one of week two as well with your second offer. Through that launch phase, you want to send a couple more with offer spotlights or client spotlights or whatever it might be. Again, emotive storytelling style. One day before everything closes, the same as what we're doing on Instagram. It's exactly the same. We're just sending it on an email. We're creating FOMO. So many spaces left. Can't believe how much you've all loved this. Can't believe the saving. I won't be doing this price again. But please be careful. If you say that, you need to mean it and you need to stick at it because people will remember and they won't trust you if you go on further down the line. Do that again. Then on the final day, you want to do a little bit of a clockwork closing. So final day, 24 hours to go, only so many spots remaining, closing in so many hours, and then maybe 6, 7 hours later, 2 hours left. Can't believe there's only 2 spots. Da, 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 da. You've all loved this so much. So your actions from that module are to do everything you can to make your life simple when it comes to telling everyone, and I mean everyone, about your offer. So you want to build a waitlist ahead of time full of warm leads. You want to pre-make your content for each phase of the sale. And if you have a website, you want to update that, letting people know that something is coming. Do not forget to tell every single client that comes through your door. I cannot tell you this enough. And it might be handy to have something ready in clinic for when it goes live. So something with a QR on them for them to scan or handouts for them to take home, whichever works best for you. So that when your sales phase goes live, you can literally say, oh, just scan this. And it's so simple for them to do and it takes them to the right page and they can just do it there and then. Part three. So that all sounds like so much. How do we then make it really easy and streamline it as much as possible to take the doing away from you and put it into a system? So a booking system, firstly, is really simple way of doing this. So if you have a booking system, I want you to set up your offer, but don't put it live just yet. So have it sat there so that all you need to do when you on the sale day is just click a button and set it live. If you are offering 2 types of payment options, you need to set that up in your system if it allows it. So if you're doing full price and if you're doing spread payments, get that ready again so you can just push the button on the day. Another option that you might want to think about is just securing the offer with a deposit and the balance when they come into clinic. If you are going for a pay in full model, but your clients, you know your clients, and they might not want to drop £400 a few weeks before Christmas, but you know they will in January, what you might want to say is, secure the offer today with a £50 deposit. The remaining balance is to be paid when you come in for your first appointment. And they might love to do it that way. Again, you're not doing anything for free. Always make sure your payments, even if you're doing spread payments, are before you give that treatment. So if you're doing 3 payments, you'd have a payment now, second payment, third payment, and then when they come in for the last treatment, that's effectively free. Just you do not want to get yourself in a mess and give anything away before you've been paid for it. So those are the 3 options that you've got in terms of payments. And then it's how do we make that simple for the client? Again, you do not want to be messing around with bank transfers. People won't do it. I won't do it. I want Apple Pay. If I'm being completely honest, I am lazy. I don't know where my cards are. I'm not entering card details. I want a really simple way to pay. So if you don't have a booking system, or you do, but the system doesn't allow you to spread payments, and that's something that you are interested in, have a look at something called Stripe, and it might actually be your new best friend. You can set up products on there. You can set them up to be over a number of months. You can have it as a one-off payment. It has Klarna, it has Apple Pay, it has PayPal, it has Google Pay, it has everything, and you can choose which payment methods that you can turn on there as well. So what you want to offer to your clients. So that you may absolutely love because again, if you want a cash injection and you don't want to mess around with payment spreading, but you do want to offer that to your clients as an option, using Stripe with Klarna and PayPal is a really good offer for your clients. Just bear in mind that Klarna's fees are that little bit higher. So you might want to have an inflated value if they choose that option. DM scripts. So I know this might make some of you feel a little kind of way, but please trust me. If you do not use DM scripts in your business, you are missing a trick. You do not want to be typing out the same thing over and over and over again in your day-to-day business, never mind in a sales phase. Don't know about you, but I do not want to send the same message, type out same message 100 times. It's a complete waste of time when you can just copy and paste it. So what we're going to do is we are going to draft out flows for different types of outreach. So for example, waitlist. We know we've got a waitlist. We're going to draft what it is we're going to say to those clients that are on that list. It needs to sound like it's you speaking because it is. So this is obviously all in my tone of voice. So tweak it and change something that you would say. But for example, I would say, hey, lovely, thank you so much for being on the wait list. Would you like the details for your Black Friday deals? Just because they've said they want to be on the wait list doesn't give you permission to just spam them with a load of like this sale, this sale, this sale, because they'll get overwhelmed, they'll shut down and they'll be like, oh, it's just not great from a customer service perspective. You want to ask permission always before you send the information. So that's how I would send that. Next, for warm outreach, your first message might be something like, hey, lovely, how are you? I've just launched my Black Friday deals and know how much you love X. Would you like the details? So this is something that I'd send to clients, for example. So clients that aren't on the wait list, and I know they come for microneedling, or they've been for chemical peel in the past, or they've been having concerns with anti-aging. I know how much you love younger, gorgeous, like youthful, gorgeous skin. Would you like the details? So it doesn't need to necessarily be a treatment. It can be the transformation that you tell them about. And then follower outreach, like this is something that is wildly, it was just wild to me. It's these people that, again, I'll cover it in a second, but they follow you for a reason. So don't feel weird about talking to them. They are interested in you or they would not be following you. So I would say, hey, lovely, hope you don't mind me reaching out. I know my posts don't make it to everyone because they don't. My Black Friday sale has just started and I would hate for you to miss out, which I would. There's, and then the really high level, there's 50% off laser, there's up to 50% off laser, and there's hundreds, like there's up to £300 savings on treatments such as microneedling. Would you, on skin treatments, sorry, would you like the details? So very high level, Nick. So, and that is all true. Hope you don't mind me reaching out because I don't want to bother you. I know my posts don't make it to everyone because they don't. Only 10% of your audience will see them. Your Black Friday sales just started and I would hate for you to miss out, which I would. There's high level up to 50% off laser and up to £300 off skin treatments. Would you like the details? So again, not spammy, all very genuine. And then we also want to draft the next one. So the next response to that. So when people reply going, oh yeah, of course I would. So let's take the wait list and the warm outreach, for example. When your clients reply to that saying, yes, they would like the details, because you know what they've voted for on those polls, you need to make a note of that on the wait list. You can reply specifically to that need. So if they voted on that poll for anti-aging, you can be like, oh, amazing. Because you voted for such a thing on the poll, this is the anti-aging deal that we got. Da, 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 da. How does that sound? How does that sound for you? Or so something like that. Or I know how much you love skin treatments, glowing skin, da, 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 would you like the details? Fantastic. And send them the details for the offer that relates to that concern. You can later tell them about, oh, actually, you know what? We've got this, I've got all these other details. Are you interested in laser or are you interested in such thing? Because I've got such percent off that as well, or such saving off that as well. And they might want to hear both, but just start the conversation based on what you already know that they love. And then when it comes to your follower outreach, so the people that you don't necessarily know what it is that they're interested in, if they reply to the follower outreach message being like, yep, send me the details, just understand a little bit more first about what it is that they need, especially if it's more than one offer that you've got. So you might reply something like, if you've just got skin offers, for example, you might be amazing. Tell me a little bit more about your skin, lovely. Do you have any concerns at the moment? You might notice a bit of a theme with what I'm talking about through the training in terms of we want to make a connection. We want to make that emotional connection, we want to understand, we want to be empathetic towards the client and build that trust in that way. And we can't do that unless we know what their concerns are. We can't offer them a solution unless we know what the problem is and how that makes them feel, to be able to tell them then how the solution will make them feel. So when they reply saying, my concern is X, Y, or Z, you can reply with something similar to it. Again, it has to be authentic to you. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, lovely. Or it could be something like, oh, I know how that used to be me. I know how frustrating that is. We can definitely help you with that. It just engage with them and connect with them. That's your opportunity to connect with your potential client and also to identify the solution. So such a treatment that's within your sale will definitely help with that and give you amazing results that you're looking for. It's in the Black Friday sale. Options are XYZ. Would any of those work for you? And then with all of these, if you don't hear back, just give people a follow up. Like I know people feel like this is like harassing people or they feel an uncomfortable kind of way around it. But using myself as an example, we are so busy. We are so busy. We are doing a million things all the time. So I am a nightmare for picking up my phone. I'll inquire about something. I'll go to reply. One of my kids will want something, or a client will come in, or something will happen. I'll put my phone down. I will think in my head that I've replied because that was my intention, but I haven't. And my DMs get that busy that I just miss the message. I lose it. And then I'll be like, oh, I wanted to go and book that. Like, let me try and find them. I can't remember what the name is. I can't remember what the handle is. I can't find them in my messages because there's just that many of them. So I just never end up booking. But I actually really wanted to. I really wanted that appointment. I was ready to spend the money, but they never followed up. So I see it as a service. It's just making sure that, like, hey, lovely, just wanted to double check if you got the message. Do any of those offers work for you? You're not hounding them. You're not harassing them. You're not turning up banging on their door. They have told you they are interested. They have told you they want to hear your offer. So it's just a little nudge. Like, that's all it is. That's all it is. Scheduling your content. So we have got your content ready. We just now need to get it ready to post. So we need to schedule it so you never miss a day. So a tip with this is, I know it might feel overwhelming, especially if you're planning on doing a whole month. Even if you plan on doing a couple of weeks, it's a lot, isn't it? So break it down. Don't feel like you do everything at once. Remove the overwhelm and do a few at a time. And I do this by blocking out in my diary. So I time block in my diary and I'm like, right, okay, at 12 o'clock, I'm going to sit down and I am going to do 5 reels. I'm going to get them scheduled. Because remember, the content's already done. You just need to write the caption, do your hashtag, tag whatever you tag in, find your audio, and that's it, it's done. And when it comes to your captions, just don't overthink it. It could be something like the detail of your offer. It could be a walk through the treatment. So make the client feel like they're there, what to expect, how it will make them feel, how your client felt after they had it and they've had the transformation, or something just short, catchy, and fun, like something bantery. Like it can be quite playful. You don't have to overthink it. But a big overarch to all this, do not panic if your engagement drops in a sales phase. It will. It will drop. Do not panic. It's absolutely fine. It's completely normal. So, actions after that, and I know this is a big one. So, we are being organized queens that our future selves will thank us for. We're going to set up our offers on our booking system. If you don't have one or it doesn't support the method that you want to offer in terms of payment, have a payment system in place. And like I said, I highly recommend Stripe. Draft your DMs in your notes app, or you can do it in Instagram as saved replies if that's easy for you. So you can copy and paste instead of typing out over and over again. And schedule your content for the whole sale period. So it just runs like clockwork. I know that sounds like a lot, and it is completely valid. It is a lot, but trust me, it makes that sale process so much less stressful and it just flows. So now we are ready. You are ready. You have got your offer and your packages sorted. Your prices are set, your systems are sleek, your marketing is scheduled, and your DMs are organized. So all that's left to do is sell. We need to set those sales live. You're going to update your booking system and set the status of your sale items to live and bookable. Your content is flowing, your emails are landing, and you just now need to get in your DMs and tell everyone. Everyone. So we start with our waitlist. We promised them early access and we need to honor our word and we need to do that. So the DM that we drafted earlier, you need to send that to everybody on your waitlist. Then we're moving on to our hot leads, the people that are already interested and we know them. So you are going to WhatsApp all of your current clients, let them know that there's a sale, and asking them if they would like the details. So don't forget as well to tell everyone in clinic. I know I said it before, but tell everybody in the clinic or in the salon. And on that point, if you are in a shared space, if you rent a room in a salon or wherever it might be, get on the salon floor and tell everybody about it. Have handouts, have leaflets, just chat to people, go and make them a brew if you've got free time. Like, just be a part of that community and spread your word there as well. If you're in a school mum WhatsApp group, put it in there. If you're in a community Facebook group, put it in there. Like, tell everybody. And then we have our warm leads, so people that are in your DMs, so people that have shown an interest before. So they might have asked you for prices or asked you for availability, but then they've dropped off the face of the earth and they've just never got back to you. So they are interested, they just haven't booked yet. So these we are going to send the draft DM that we saved earlier, and you're going to relate it back to what they were asking for originally. And then you've got your cold leads. So these are followers that you haven't talked to before. They do follow you, so they are interested in what you're doing. And they're the people that just sit there. You see them all the time on your stories, but they never actually do anything. They never buy anything. They never interact with you, but they are always there. You're going to send them the the follower DM that we drafted earlier. And this is where I sell the majority of anything on my social media, if I'm being honest, is on my stories. So these are the place that you will find more of your people. You will have more people watching your stories than you will liking your posts. And these are some ideas of things you could do to sell your offers. The Instagram algorithm is always changing. So here, there's a mix of things in here for you to try. One of them is a single story method. So you could have a picture of you, people love to see. So a picture of you with the text of something like Black Friday is here, high level detail of the offer, so how much it is worth. So this is what you get, your Black Friday pamper package. You get bang, 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 bang. And this, it's worth 297 now, 97. Tap the sticker, saving £200. Tap the sticker to book. Tap the sticker for more details. Tap the sticker if you love glowing skin like this. Anything like that. And then you DM everyone that taps the sticker. Thank you so much for tapping the sticker. Would you like to send me the details? Again, asking for permission. Don't just spam them, please. Storytelling. 3 to 5 stories showing a client journey. So you might have client X came to me feeling, and you might have a background picture of their skin at the time if they allow you to do so. If not, just have it as a BTS image of you in the clinic treating someone. Next one would be, we did so many treatments and it has to be related to the offer that you're running. Over the next week, she felt like a screenshot of reviews for social proof. And then if you are fed up feeling X and are ready to feel Y and get this discount or price off at the same time, tap below. So take them on that journey. This is how my client felt. This is how she started, what she experienced, how she felt, the journey we went on, and then how she felt at the end, and let them see themselves in your client's shoes. And then DM everyone that taps with the offer details. Other ideas, you could do things like behind the scenes. So you on your story, whether it's just setting the treatment up to do for your first purchaser, whether it is doing the treatment on yourself and chatting through, say if it's microneedling, it could be a story time of you just microneedling, why you do it, why you love it, your skin afterwards, and then just next day, this is what my skin's like today, microneedling check-in, and you can do that and use yourself as like the case study. You could do things like the treatment being carried out and the result. You could be unboxing stock, getting ready to give you all X results with X offer. Can't believe there's only so many slots left. You could be quite cheeky and be like, do you think I should order more slots? Order some more stock so I can open some more slots up. Like, who thinks I should order some more stock and open up some more slots with this tap the sticker and again, or a poll and DM everyone that interacts? Then using reviews will build that social proof, whether it's reviews from clients or it is literally like your emails pinging and be like book, 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 book to prove that people are buying it. Whichever works best for you. So we are live. These are your actions. So you are going to let your waitlist know ASAP. You are going to WhatsApp your clients. You're going to tell them in person. You're going to tell your network, your Facebook groups, everyone you can about this amazing offer that you've got. You're going to send all the drafted DMs to all your different leads. You are going to utilize your stories to sell. And the last 24 hours are everything. So go for the FOMO. Follow everything up. And please follow everything up. Please, you will notice such a difference if you just send that follow-up message, I promise you. And this is the exciting part. This is the exciting part. Now, all you need to do is share the incredible value you've created for your clients and the amazing results that you'll get from it. So, congratulations. I hope you've enjoyed your Black Friday roadmap training and you are ready to implement everything you have learned to make this your most successful Black Friday yet. If you have any questions at all, please pop me a DM at Nicola2. And I can't wait to hear about all your incredible Black Friday successes. Like, literally, any questions you've got, anything you might need, just pop me a message and I will get back to you. So, yeah, let me know how it goes. Best of luck, and I will see you soon.